Karlyn Pickens, coach, if you'll start us off with an opening statement.
Well, obviously a little bit shorter stay than we would have liked, but I think that's the nature of this tournament. You've already seen some really good teams heading home, and this is a mini World Series. And so what you want to do is come down here, learn from everything that happens, win or lose, and then get back to work. And like I just told them, to be really, really excited about where we are and Sunday night, and never, ever, ever take this for granted. I'm really proud of how we fought. I think everybody in here knows the score wasn't really indicative of what that game was like. And this one to my left, I take her all day, every day. There's not a bigger competitor, better warrior than Karlyn Pickens.
All right, well, open questions. Go ahead.
Just what was your perspective on that play, the Arkansas's first 2 runs and the error in the third?
We made a mistake. Yeah. And I mean, really good softball mistakes come back to haunt you, and we just made a mistake.
Karen, it's kind of a 10,000-foot question. Just watching Karlyn pitch, I was reminded a lot of Monica with the strikeouts and the dominance, the competitive nature, yet balls in plays, runs. I mean, the game has changed. How are the hitters? It appears they've caught up. Is that what I'm seeing in terms of just softball in general? Trying to put Monica out there and imagine how she would look at an SEC tournament with this star-studded field.
Yeah, I mean, I think when you look at the advance of technology, I think it has helped hitting far more than any other aspect of the game. I think the players work a whole lot harder at hitting, and not just their swing, but the mental aspect, the approach to being a good hitter. I think that there's some things happening in the game where I don't think we're helping the pitchers. I think sometimes the strike zones are, maybe we're not calling the full zone, especially the top of the zone to the bottom of the zone. And I just think we constantly need to be evaluating the game to make sure that it's in a healthy place and there is a balance. Heck, I'm old enough to remember when we pitched from 40 feet and played with the old white Dudley drab. That was my college experience. And games were 1-0, 17, 18, 20 innings. And that was not uncommon. And so I just think you always have to evaluate where the game is and what tweaks you might need to make to it to keep a good balance.
Follow up, I'm sure this isn't the first time, Karlyn, you've heard Monica's name mentioned in reference to you. I mean, as far as what she's throwing, the amount's probably similar. I mean, in terms of the ability and the talent, are you talking about the same ceiling?
Her? Oh, heck yeah. If you guys spent a day with this one, I mean, you wouldn't stop writing about her. You wouldn't stop, because the talent is this much of her. The character, she's such a great teammate. Her teammates love playing with and behind her. The self-awareness, the honesty, the accountability, the growth mindset. I mean, people don't remember Karlyn as a freshman. Karlyn now, it's like night and day, but that's all a credit to her willingness to be coachable and self-reflect. And I mean, I love my conversations with her. It's like the coolest thing ever. Yeah.
Thanks.
Listening to her, not me talking, listening.
Karen, you wanted the offense to attack in the beginning. Do you feel like that happened today, and how, if it did, can that sort of translate to runs in what's given the NCAA tournament?
I did. I think we sped ourselves up a little bit, and so we were chasing some things early on. But when the barrel met the ball, we had some hard lineouts. We were doing some things. I think you saw us from the 4th inning on do a better job of barreling things and then not chasing. And that's why I really felt like we were in a good spot as we got into those later innings. I did see some improvement.
Karlyn, obviously a lineup you're familiar with. Knowing that sort of thing can happen in the postseason, how do you think you dealt with that challenge today and will again going forward?
Yeah, I think the goal today was to just stay consistent, go at batters, hit spots, and execute. And I think I did that decently well today. Wasn't obviously satisfied with the result at the end of the game, but yeah, just keeping our heads up, keep going at the next teams that are in front of us.
Karlyn, the ball, this top of the zone rise ball, kind of explain what that pitch means to you now as opposed to your hard drop.
Yeah.
75, 76.
Yeah, it's been super helpful. It's a little bit more of an off speed as well, so just having that in the arsenal, it's good. Just keeping batters off balance. Never know what I'm going to throw, so keep using that.
You know, facts are facts. There's 0 earned runs on there, you know? And so, and now I know she's going to probably look at it a little differently, but, you know, we talk about mistakes. We make a couple plays a little cleaner. We're in a real battle. Who knows, maybe we're in one of those extra inning ball games.
Go ahead.
Karen, just what do the next 8 days look like as you sort of prepare your team for the regional? You've obviously done this several times before.
Yeah, you know, the only silver lining when you don't win down here, again, we come down here to win. We come out to win every day. The only silver lining is you get a little bit more rest. So it'll be a good chance just to rest the bodies, really rest the minds too. We just talked about that in our circle, that the SEC can take a toll on you mentally, and the self-talk has to be there to keep yourself in a good headspace and be able to see through the losses, the good things you're doing, and how you're putting yourself in a good position for postseason.
Second row.
Okay, Karen, I know Sunday night's coming, and I know the selection committee knows your team intimately well, but if you had to make a case, what do you want the committee, what do you want kind of be, this is what Tennessee softball has been this year?
You want me to make a case for a top 8 seed? Is that what you're asking?
If you want to, I'm not sure if you want to do it.
I think when you look at all the top 25 games we've played, I think maybe one other school. I think we're either second or third or tied for second in terms of the number of games against top 25. And you know, I think sometimes people look at wins, but then if another team's playing a bunch of teams that are in 26 through 50 and we've played a bulk in the top 25, that's putting yourself out there over and over and over again. When you look at going on the road to Texas and OU, playing, you know, the top 3 teams by finish in the SEC, and then these guys are literally right behind us. I just think they've shown up over and over and over. No loss outside the top 25. So I mean, I believe in them.
Anybody else? Okay, thank you.